Hi everyone, today our team will present our analysis of the Gordie Howe International Bridge project. Our main question is, was this project successful and why or why not? Our team members are John and Chen, which is me, Adriano, Vaishnavi, and Abdallah. For this assignment, we divided the research, risk analysis, communication planning, presentation design, and the final review among our team members. And we discuss the project objectives, scope, budget, stakeholders, major risk, communication plan, and overall success. I will now pass the presentation to Adriano to talk about the project initiation and planning.
Thank you, Jonah. The main objective of Gordie Howe International Bridge project is to build a new international bridge between Ontario, Canada, and Michigan in the United States. The bridge is expected to improve trade, reduce traffic congestion, support economic growth, and strengthen the connection between Canada and the United States. There are several important success factors. First, the project should be completed according to the agreed schedule because delays may affect both countries. Second, the project should stay with its planned budget while meeting safety and quality standards. Third, the project must follow environmental requirements and use sustainable construction practices. Finally, the project should satisfy important stakeholders, including governments, local communities, businesses, and transportation companies. The high-level scope includes the bridge, connection roads, customer and inspection plaza, and other support infrastructures. The scope does not include unrelated road projects in nearby areas. The project schedule includes the planning phase, design finalization, construction, and long-term operation. The construction period was planned for approximately 74 months, followed by a 30 years operation period. The estimated budget is approximately 5.7 billion Canadian dollars. This included construction, land acquisition, and long-term maintenance. I will now pass the presentation to Vaishnav.
Thank you, Erino. Hello, everyone. Coming to this slide, the Gordie Howe International Bridge connects Canada and the United States, so it involves many stakeholders. Canadian and US government focus on improving trade, supporting economic growth, and making sure the project is successful. Local communities expect new jobs, better infrastructure, while also wanting fewer construction impacts. And coming to Windsor Detroit Bridge, authorities manage the overall project, including coordination, compliance, and risk. Bridging North America is responsible for designing, building, in finance, operating, and maintaining the bridge. Coming to transportation companies, they expect the bridge to reduce the traffic and improve the movement of goods. Coming to environmental agencies, focus on protecting environment and meeting the regulations. The project also had several risks, including budget enrollment, coordinating, supply chain risk. These were managed through regular monitoring, public meetings, environmental studies, and early purchasing. Now, I will hand it over to Abdullah, who will discuss about the project execution, monitoring, and risk management. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. During our project execution, the project team needed to monitor the scope, schedule, budget, quality, stakeholders, and risk. The project has remained focused on its original objective. The main deliverables still include the bridge connecting roads, customs, facilities, and supporting infrastructure. The project schedule was monitored against the planned 74-month construction period. Gantt charts, weekly reports, and progressive meetings were used to compare actual progress with the planned schedule. Possible delays could be caused by weather, supply chain problems, regulatory approvals, or labor and resource shortages. When delays happened, the project team could adjust the schedule, move resources, or change the order of construction activities. The budget was also monitored closely. Monthly financial reviews were used to compare actual expenses with the planned budget. Contingency funds were available to cover unexpected costs and project changes. Stakeholder satisfaction was monitored through government meetings, community updates, newsletters, and town halls. Environmental compliance was also important. The project had to meet environmental requirements while reducing the effects of construction on local communities and nearby natural areas. Our teams identified 5 major risks. The first risk was regulatory delay because the project involved 2 countries and many government agencies. The second risk was supply chain disruption, which could delay materials and equipment. The third task was community opposition related to noise, traffic, property concerns, and environmental effects. The fourth risk was an environmental incident that could cause delays, additional costs, or reputational damage. The fifth risk was a major milestone delay. A delay in one important activity could affect many later activities. These risks should be reviewed regularly. Each major risk should have a risk owner, response plan, priority level, and deadline. I will now pass the presentation back to Adriano. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdullah. Communication is very important for a large international project. Different stakeholders need different information, and some situations require faster communication than others. For regulatory delays, the project team should use emails, write staff report, and meeting with government agencies and legal advisors. These updates should happen weekly or whenever an important change occurs. The logistical and supply chain problems, the project team should hold coordination meetings and issue regulation workshops. These meetings can happen every 2 weeks, but they should happen more frequently when the issue is urgent. For community concerns, the project should use town hall meetings, newsletter, public website, and community updates. Monthly communication can help local residents understand construction activities, traffic changes, environment concerns, and community benefits. Environment incidents require immediate communication. The environmental team should quickly inform project leaders, government agencies, and other affected stakeholders. A written incident report and emergency response plan should also be used. For milestone delays, the project management office should use weekly progress report and escalation meetings. If a delay becomes critical, delay meetings may be needed until the problem is under control. Each communication should identify the audience, the message, the sender, the communication method, the frequency, and responsible person. Clear and regular communication reduces confusion and helps build trust between the project teams and stakeholders. I'll now pass the presentation to Vanish Nav for our final evaluation.
Coming to this slide, was the project successful? Overall, the project has been successful so far. It has stayed focused on its main goal and the planned scope. Canada and the United States have worked together on the project. Local communities, government agencies, and private companies are also equally involved. Public meetings and community programs helped address stakeholders' concern. Regular communication helped everyone keeping it informed. Going forward, stakeholders management and communication must continue until the construction is completed, and during the bridge operation should be informed and monitored regularly.
Now, from a project management perspective, the project has used scheduled monitoring, financial reviews, environmental controls, risk management, and contingency planning. The project has also responded to major risks such as regulatory delays, supply chain problems, environmental concerns, and community opposition. However, final success should not only be based on completing the bridge, the project must also merit its quality, safety, environmental budget, and stakeholder goals. In the long term, the bridge should reduce traffic congestion, improve trade, create jobs, and provide economic benefits to both the countries. Therefore, our team believes that the project is successful so far, but its final success should be evaluated after construction is completed and the long-term benefits can be measured. I will now pass the presentation to Zuhan for the closing. Thank you.
Thank you. Those are our main references to our presentation, including the Gordie Howe International Bridge case study, project manager institute materials, and additional research related to the project. Overall, this project shows the importance of clear projectives, stakeholder engagement, risk management, communication, and regular project monitoring. And thank you for listening to our presentation, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.